Well, unless you've been living under a rock the last few months, you will know that one of the major highlights of MWC21 is TelcoDR's Cloud City. With me today is the driving force behind the city, Danielle Royston. DR, great to see you.
It's always great to see you, Justin. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for joining us. So MWC21 this year, it's all going to be about the public cloud. And it does seem like the industry is waking up to your vision, DR. How were you able to change the conversation at MWC to actually be about the public cloud?
Yeah, I guess taking over the Ericsson booth is a good start. Created a lot of buzz. But this is something I've been talking about for a few years now, and it's really exciting to have the opportunity to shift the conversation, right? And so I think when we look back on 2021, I think people will look on it as the year that public cloud became the inflection point in our industry, and changing the conversation in MWC and creating this community of vendors in Cloud City where people can kind of come to one place and see all the players that are driving the new innovation. There's three major themes inside the space, which is the new subscriber experience. This is really led by Totogi, as they imagine how telcos will move from being network-centric to becoming customer-centric. And it has an immersive experience that you spend, I think, 3 minutes in, and then go outside and kind of see the Totogi experience. We have a partner here with us named Aurea that is imagining the future of work, right? With the pandemic ending, all of us had to work from home. We all realized that wasn't so bad after all. It was kind of nice. And I think it's a really big opportunity for telcos to latch on to this change. And instead of the $10 trillion real estate industry of steel and concrete, let's shift that into broadband spend. And I think it's a really big opportunity for telcos to jump on the work from home bandwagon and support organizations that need to buy big pipes to the home, right? Fiber to the home, 5G to the home. And I think that's a really big idea. And I think the other big technological change that's happening in our industry is Open RAN. Right? I don't think you could go through this MWC without talking about Open RAN. And so we have a whole area, we call it the new network. And I think the dish news that we saw with AWS and what they're doing with Open RAN and the public cloud, I think the time is now for these two big ideas to come together.
You talked there, DR, about how much more time people are spending working from home. Event organizer GSMA is very much promoting MWC as a hybrid event. Mm-hmm. How have you prepared for the hybrid portion of Cloud City?
Yeah, so 100 days ago, we didn't know what it was going to be like. I mean, we were making a big bet on COVID trending down, but we always knew that probably vaccines wouldn't be adopted widely everywhere. And so we always contemplated a pretty heavy hybrid experience. So outside in the plaza, we have a mini conference. We have 4 talks a day, 12 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, with the opportunity for virtual attendees to listen in on great talks and listen to interviews. I think we have 57 different speakers. And so it's a whole conference in a conference.
Very cool. Of course, MWC is all about getting meetings done, doing deals, DR. This is a very unusual year. Of course, MWC is being held in June for the first time, and we are on the heels of the pandemic recovery. How have you planned for a show like this?
Yeah, we always knew attendance would be lower. I think GSMA said that from the outset. I think the same thing for sort of logical given COVID, sort of who could travel and when would they be able to. And so what's interesting that we found as we were planning and getting closer and closer to the show is that people are still attending, but it's not the same delegation sizes that you're used to. And so instead of 200 people from a large group, a large carrier group, we're seeing 10 or 15 people. But the people that are coming are still the senior executives. And so those really valuable conversations with the big guys bailing on attending, the big vendors, it's, I think, cleared the way for the small and up-and-comers to get great meetings with senior people that you've been battling in the past to get their attention and get time on their diary. We're getting that time, and so I think we're going to have a fantastic show. And
it's not just Cloud City you're working on, DR. You've got a big keynote to give on the Tuesday morning of MWC. Can you give us a sneak peek into what we might be hearing from you?
I think that this is the moment for the public cloud. I think there's still a lot of debate whenever there's a big technological shift. Is it good or is it bad? And I think I'm gonna have a little discussion and make the case of why it's good. And I think hopefully end the debate once and for all, motivate the carriers to start adopting this and get moving, because I think it's a heavy lift and there's a lot of work to be done. And the best day to start was yesterday, and the second best day is today. So get going.
And MWC, well, it wouldn't be MWC without some fun stuff as well. Let's talk about some of the fun stuff you're organising. I have heard that a certain US rocker is going to be there.
Yeah, I think Cloud City is all about rock and roll, right? Rock and roll is, sort of challenging the status quo, and that's what it's known for historically. And so we knew we wanted to get some sort of rock and roll person. So we're really excited that our headliner is John Bon Jovi. He'll be in the booth on Tuesday evening. And so in order to score tickets, we can't host all of the attendees at once. And so we have a little quest. We call it the Cloud City Quest, where you go through and you see some key demos and score points in order to get a spot inside the booth to see John Bon Jovi up close. I've seen him in a small venue like this before. He puts on a really, really great show. He has tons of great hits that people know. So it's a very familiar experience. I think coming out of lockdown, people are ready to be together, socialize, have some fun, and I'm happy to bring John Bon Jovi to Barcelona. I can't wait to listen to him.
Yeah, we'll all see you down the front for John Bon Jovi. DR, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the show.
Thank you. Can't wait to see you.